We'd like to give a big thank you to Jackery for sponsoring this episode, and more on them later. I'm not going to say anything until you're at a distance that you won't hurt yourself.
Fall!
Yep, now you're fine. I don't care what happens to you.
Okay, let's go like this. He's keeping the bottom from sliding.
Thanks to the help of a friend, we had new to us scaffolding to put up at the rear of the tent. The end goal, or hope I should say, is that we'd be able to put an I-beam leading to the cockpit, which would allow us to lift the transom up and then slide it into place.
Locked in is,
Bring the hammer.
see this hole and that hole?
I have literally been shoved into a corner while these guys are working on this, pretty much just getting the way anyway, but yeah, like there's a whole cockpit now separating me from what they are doing. After 8 years of the nomadic life, involving crossing oceans in a 34-foot Sabre, refitting an aluminum boat, and then taking that to the Arctic Circle, we're back at it again with a brand new build. This is Matt and I'm Jessica. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and join us every week as we start our newest project of building a 42-foot catamaran from the ground up.
We need to walk it. We want to walk it?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
pick
pick
it
it
up.
Okay. Now we pull down on yours for a little bit.
We need to get that. We need to get that.
And Jessica's got it, so if it falls this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I will fall on the ground with it.
That's right.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading my mind, but I was all out of hope.
Record setting.
Okay. 1,300 pounds never felt so light.
Woo.
And we've got the first roller under the cockpit.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm gonna be...
No, I'm gonna be right here.
In your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up.
We're level.
Alright. Right, because it just sweat.
And that is how you lift a beam. So I don't know if you noticed in that last part, but there were 3 guys lifting the beam on that side and me. Just little old me lifting it here.
Suing them.
But we've got that up, which means we can hopefully set up something now to attach in here. And then get that up and just slide it back on.
Let me see if I can find something.
Up on deck, the guys had set up 2 jack stands, weighted to the ground, with a block spreading across the 2 and clamped down at each end. On that block, we were able to rest an I-beam that we had borrowed from the marina shop, and attached a chain hoist to the end, which we were hoping to use to lift the transom up to the height we needed on deck. But before we could test it out for the first time, Matt needed to cut off the excess phalange from the lower beam we had just bonded a few days ago. So this is the first test to see how lifting the transom goes. We're gonna get some jack stands under it because Matt needs to take out the lift points, or not lift points, but just supports.
Damn supports.
Yeah, supports.
All right.
She's moving over here. It's levitating.
I'm way good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Time to start getting it up now.
Huh?
Just talking to the camera.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's great. We can't be the closest, man. Vertical higher than Jessica. So,
Okay.
Okay, so just,
yeah,
Alright.
we're good.
Brian, can you come down and actually, I don't think I can transition with Jess.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'm gonna have you come here and hold this. I will, oh,
Are you
okay.
holding the chain right now?
Yeah.
Come down, you want to be out of the way.
Yep.
Alright, let's start. Trying to slide her. She's moving. Alright, so our,
I'm almost clearing.
well, huh.
There, good. Wait.
Actually, I can come this way, I think.
Oh.
As we were trying to slide the transom into place, we found we were getting caught up by the hull sides. While Port was lining up for Bert, Ryan couldn't get his lined up on starboard. Matt ended up using a ratchet strap to pull it out a little, hoping that would help.
Down.
I'm trying to bring it actually further. Like this now.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That looks great.
Since this was our first time, we were also realizing how much angles mattered, as we wouldn't always remember to keep it level.
Yeah, you guys can lift up higher. There we go. That's what we needed. Yeah, a little more. Okay, lower her down a little more, Jeff.
After still not getting the transom to fully sit in place, Matt thought part of the issue may be bits of thicker glass within the transom, as well as around the hull. Going through with a grinder, him and Ryan cleaned the areas up so we could hopefully get everything fitting into place. As we mentioned earlier, this episode is sponsored by Jackery, and who they are is a world leader in portable energy. They've just sent us their solar generator 1500, including 4 100-watt panels, so we had to test them out right away to see what they were capable of. So what are we bringing in with these 4 panels?
So 4 400-watt panels. We're bringing in 387 right now.
With the 4 100-watt panels charging, we should be able to bring the generator from 0 to 80% in just 4 hours. We're still learning all the options we have, but it looks like there are a ton of them. The easy-to-read display shows what you're bringing in as well as what's going out. And not only can you power multiple devices simultaneously, but there are a number of charging options. From AC outlets for our power tools or even my computer, to USB chargers for our camera gear, and even a DC charger for when we start playing with boat parts again. It has an easy one-button start and is emissions-free and nearly silent when running. So, for the upcoming holidays, Jackery is having their Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale with some of the biggest deals in the year. We have all of the information in our description box below, and as for ourselves, we're going to keep testing this out to see exactly what it's capable of, and we're going to get back to you on that in just a few weeks. So after multiple up and downs and trimmings, and now Matt has taken off the back flange because we think we're going to be cutting into it for a cassette rudder anyway. We are just a little too high, but we think it is bulkhead 9, which faces against this aft part that's kind of like holding it up. So I get to crawl inside now and mark where it needs to be cut. I'm going in. Oh my God, that's low. We going low. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You look like a cheap Ghostbuster.
I think I am, like a store brand Ghostbuster. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do it like every foot or so.
That's fine.
I just gotta get to the hole. Unfortunately, Matt did not have the microphone turned on for his camera as I slid down into the hull side. But if you could hear me, well, let's just say it may not have been appropriate for all audiences. I'm just joking. But you probably would have heard me talking about how my nose was practically brushing the transom as I slid through.
Can we see you now?
I'm in here! Oh, how am I gonna get out? Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Not concerned about that.
I know. Alright, where's my camera? I am inside now between the 2 holes with the transom piece on. I managed to slide through this little bitty space right here. And now I get to go through marking the rest of the bulkheads to try and take off 3/4 of an inch to trim it down, because right now that's about what is keeping it from resting on the flanges up there.
Hey Ron, could you roll me one of the granola bar things? Oh, that's about so long. Thanks, sir.
Okay, now turning to bulkhead 8. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it's rusting right here, so I need to trim a bit of that off.
Man, you got plenty of room in there.
In here, yeah, but to get in and out is a little tight.
Yeah.
Alright, it's time to try and wiggle my way out, but I seriously have no idea how I'm gonna get the momentum to push up through here. Okay, so I have marked my 3/4 of an inch width on both bulkheads, and I'm ready to switch over to the other side. But I had gravity working with me on my way down. I could just kind of like slide once I wedged my way in, but now my legs don't hit the other side. I don't have anything to pull. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. I think I might just be living under the cockpit seat for the rest of my life. You know what I need, Ryan? Straps. I need straps.
Oh, your hair's all dusty. You should put that
Sock on?
head sock on. This is how we learn.
Okay. Alright, let's keep this party going. Time again for the world's worst water slide.
I think it's just a slide.
It's just, there's no water here. It's the world's worst dust slide. Alright, so now the guys are making a mostly straight line up of what I just went in and drew so that they can cut it down to the proper size.
Averaging it out.
So I did have to go back and do it twice. The blue line is the proper line.
Fiberglass on the bottom of that thing.
After cutting down the bulkheads, it was time to lift the transom up once again. The guys had gotten so good at it by this point, with all the minor adjustments necessary, that not only did they not need me there for it, but they could raise it and slide it into place in a mere 2 minutes. And, with the transom properly fitting into place now, our focus would soon shift to reinforcing the 2 bulkheads in preparation to bond everything together.